Okay, my first night stuck outside in my van, kind of like a emergency deal. But beautiful night. I'm on the lake. I can see the moon out there dipping up. I don't know if you can see it on my camera, but it's just so beautiful and quiet and serene and magical and light and quiet and peaceful. I mean, it's just nuts how beautiful the peaceful night is because of the non violence, or the non, what's the word, I'm trying to think of the darn word and I can't think of it right now. Drama, non-drama of it all. I'm a little out of it because it's 2 o'clock in the morning, and this is my first or second night out, kicked out of my home because of domestic issues. Somebody I've been with for many, many years off and on. So now, at 55 years old, almost 56, need to figure out what to do with myself. I got a couple of jobs cooking, I'm working, I'm not a bum, and I try to do the best I can, in a general sense. I'll try to get into this more and more as I get going. I'll try to make more and more videos like what everybody does, and everything will be better. The visuals, everything will be better. I can't obviously have very terrible lighting right now because it's the middle of the night and I don't have the proper lighting set up in here yet in my van. But after watching months and months of videos on YouTube before this happened to me, with boondockers and people homeless explaining how other people can make it out there, without having a home, living in your vehicle, whatever. Well, that's where I'm at right now. And I wasn't ready to try this until maybe 10 years later, when I was ready to maybe retire and go out and see the country I haven't been able to see really like I would like, and do it that way. But that's not happening. It's happening now. I'm sure I'm going to get back in a apartment, whatever, before I decide to start doing this, more full time. But this is not something that I was planning on doing full time, really. I don't think. It just depends. I mean, I like to have a station to go back to, and everybody probably does if they can have it that way. Some of these other guys on YouTube I've been watching are just brilliant in some of their ideas and their ways about how they've made it, and I'm inspired by them, and I'm going to keep pushing forward and maybe making more videos to inspire others to keep moving forward, that you can make things happen on your own, even in the worst scenarios such as this. Finding out that your spouse or whatever is doing drugs, and selling off your very expensive equipment and stuff like this out of your storage unit, and then having a big blow up with you to have the authorities put you, in a bad place where you have to get out of that and then not be allowed back in your home. And I've just had a ton of issues happen trying to help this person, stay clean for the most part, but they can't do it. And they're wrecking my life deliberately now after 14 years, which is just ridiculous. Can't explain it. Besides, they're losing their mind in a mental way, for real. And I've been noticing that last months, I was noticing that happening. And I can explain that maybe in other videos or whatever, but sorry I look like hell. I wasn't planning on actually making a video, but I want to do it anyway, because I feel like it right now. It's the time to do it. So everything's cool. My hair looks like crap. Anyway, I'm an old rock and roll drummer from Tampa Bay. Jeff May from Tampa Bay was well known, in the 80s, early 90s, and then kind of dropped off in the 2000s. I took a break because it just wasn't doing what I wasn't getting anywhere, like on an album or anything like I really wanted to do, and kind of was getting disinterested in trying to be famous. The big push was I was kind of getting over it, but I go back to it every now and then. I've been playing drums since I was like 5 years old, and so the age I'm at now, I'm pretty much a master at it from what I think. I don't know. I could play just about anything you throw at me, so whatever. But I can explain all the rock and roll stories I've had and all that. If I bore you with those in other videos, we'll do that sometime, because I just got a hell of a lot of really good true stories that been making people laugh. I'm sure I do in the kitchens at work and all the different jobs I've had. I got about 5 different trades I know, from a ceiling tile mechanic to a painter in all phases, cook, forklift, all that kind of stuff, rock and roll drummer, and a telemarketer. It just goes on and on. Security officer for like 7 or 8 years. I've just done it all. So whatever, multi-skilled, whatever. I'm broke. I don't have anything. I don't have any. I've never been successful. I was very close several times over the years, and was just in the wrong place, the wrong timing, at the wrong moment to be able to be in the bands that were looked at the times. It's like I got in them at the wrong times and stuff like that, and just crazy. But I'm never gonna kill myself. Or for all you suicide people out there, never take your own life for any reason. I don't care how bad it gets. For anybody thinking about taking yourself out, don't do that in the name of Jesus, okay? I mean, I'm telling you, I don't care what religion you are, but, there are others that care about you, whether you believe it or not, that's responsible for all of us being here. And I believe that. I've seen the evidence of it, and we'll get into that in other videos. I'd love to explain all my paranormal sightings and all the different things I've witnessed with witnesses. And so those are off the hook, too. So anyway, I don't know. I got so many different subjects. I got so many things to talk about, but right now I'm just in a bad state of getting out of trouble again with somebody that kind of threw me into this barrel of mess, because I just wasn't watching. I didn't think that it was going to happen this way, but it did after all these years. So I got to get out of the mess I'm in, get out of my legal hassle here, and find a place to live. But I do like the van I have, and one of the reasons why I got this van was for this very reason, to maybe fix it up and be able to stay in it if I had to. So, what are we going on? Almost. Yeah, I'd like it go 10 minutes and let it go with that. But yeah, I would love to get into some really other cool stuff if we can. I just have a really, it looks terrible from this angle with the. Anyway, all I can say is, and don't give up hope. I'm not going to give up hope. There's no way. There's too many people that say you can do it. I've seen people go through 10 times worse as me, and I've had some issues in the last few years. I had like some kind of a stroke, some kind of bleed in my head and all that, and I don't know. That slowed me down maybe a tiny bit. I don't know. But I still have all my faculties, but, I'll make more videos and all that, but God bless everybody, and hope for the best, prepare for the worst. I'm ready to rock and roll. I was born ready. And I'm going to keep this train rocking one way or the other, man. I'm not letting anybody take me down or take me out. God bless everybody.